Hey, what's up guys, this is DJ. New and updated mods have been released on the mod hub for Farming Simulator 22. In total, today we have 21 mods for all platforms. I got 9 new and 6 updates, and PC and Mac players have 4 new and 2 updates. In this video, I'll show you all the new mods, plus the customization, and we're going to review everything that got an update today. I make mod review videos like this one every time mods are released on the in-game mod hub, so get subscribed if you're new, that way you don't miss them. Starting off today with new mods for all platforms, cross-play compatible, the Lizard TK series. This is from EED123 and Bear Farm, and it is a small tractor. We've got 80 horsepower manual transmission, 120 liters fuel, and it goes 21 miles per hour. As far as engine options, we have that 80 horsepower. We can also bump a 105 horsepower engine on there if you want. I would definitely do that. Wheel brands include Michelin, Midas, BKT, Trelleborg, and back in. Again, we do have a couple options through there, and if you guys want four-wheel drive, well, there's a whole version of that in here as well. We're just customizing the two-wheel drive. Bonnet options include old and new. We also have a new setup. Check that out. We've also got cabin options for old and new, and not too old. So there you go. Beacon lights, yes and no. Attachments, we have a hitch, we have a front hydraulic, and then we've got a weight. We also have the front loader console, which you guys are going to want if you want to put the front loader on. Show it to you momentarily. Main color, this is kind of neat because we have all the custom colors, all the base game colors. If you guys want to make it dark purple, you can do that. And I think that's just pretty darn cool. I think that's awesome. Check that out. And then we got rim colors as well. If you guys want like a base game gray, just do light gray, and that should be good for you. This kind of looks like a tractor from GTA or something. That's awesome. Of course, you got your license plate on there as well. Then we have our front attachment for the front loader. So we have a standard, we have the stole attachment, and back in. And then your main color for this, oh, we can select that navy blue. It's navy purple is what that is. We can change that as well. That's pretty sweet. Next up, we got a Lamborghini. It may not be the one that most video games would have, but Farm Sim's killing it with it. The Mach VRT. We got 224 horsepower on there, variable transmission, 435 liters of fuel, 37 miles per hour. So it is fast and weighs 8.8 tons, if that matters to you. As far as your engines go, we have 224, then 245, 263, and back there again. So we can put quite a bit of horsepower in there. Nice. Wheel brands, that's going to give us Trelleborg. We also have Michelin tires, Continental, Midas, BKT, Vedestan, Nuck in, and back in again. We've got the Narrows, of course, twin wheels, all kinds of stuff. Don't see any tracks, but hey, it is what it is. We also have beacon lights of standard, none, and we also have LED on there as well. If you guys like the LED beacons, front loader protection, quickie, stole, or nothing. Very cool there. Warning signs, so you can put those on there if you want to. Front loader options for stole, which a lot of things don't have. Very nice that this does. And then we also have quickie and hour. Now, main color options through here, we've got black, white, gray, lighter gray, silver, and beige. And then as far as your interior goes, we basically have those exact same color options. We have even a color for the seat and then the license plate. Odd, no rim colors for this. Next, we got a tanker. This is a tanker version of the Mack Pinnacle 6x4 that we've got in the game. 425 horsepower, manual transmission, 1,075 liters of fuel. Should be good for a while with that. 49 mile per hour max speed, and it will hold 12,000 liters. Really doesn't hold too much, but hey, it is what it is. As far as your engines go, we got that 425. We can bump that up to a 455 and the 505, so same engines we have base game. Main color is going to be for your truck, and then rim colors. You got rim colors for there. Only thing is, can't change the color of the tank, which I think a lot of people will not want it to be yellow, but that's just me thinking out loud. Chrome, that'd be pretty sweet though. It holds only 3 things as well, so I don't know how much use people are going to be able to get out of this. Slurry, digestate, and water. So doesn't hold a lot. It probably holds the least amount of any tanker truck that we've got, and it holds the least amount of stuff, which is unfortunate. Your next new one for all platforms today is the Lizard Z105-1. Now, this is basically the exact same mod, just Lizard branded, as the Agromet Famarol that got an update for PC and Mac players today. So, hey, it's out here for consoles as well. Very cool. 355 kilogram weight, 29 horsepower, 1.6 meters, and 9 miles an hour. It is a mower. So we have without cover. We have a rear cover on there. Both or nothing. Number of knives, we have 3 or 6. Doesn't change anything, just is what it is. Drum cover, so we have that cover. We got the frame. We have the rubber cover. We have rubber cover number 2. And then back off again. You could change up your main color between red, and the cover between yellow, green, gray, and blue. And we got some placeables for you guys as well. First up is the grain silo. This is a grain silo, Lizard branded, 600,000 liter capacity. Does cost $89,000, which ain't too bad to be fair. It does look very good. Details are great. I think it's going to look really nice on American or European style farm. Of course, you've got grading there and silo out there. Nice and easy. How's about some fencing next? Yeah, we got some new fences for you. Brick fence and metal gate. So there's your brick fence and metal gate. Ba-bam! These, of course, easily found. Jump in decorations, stay in your fences, and it'll be right here. Of course, as you know, well, this is how they work. It's so cool. I love this. Next is the riding hall. I would read the description to you, but it is got to be translated. None of it makes any sense whatsoever. Also, I can open all these big doors, but I, for some reason, I'm not able to actually just get in here. So that opens, and I guess if I get close enough to that, yeah, get close enough. So you actually need to be inside to open the doors from the inside. And then when you're outside, it shuts that door. So just be careful. This does make you money, though, which is nice. It says upkeep is $50 per day. However, you take $60 an hour. It is a business at the end of the day, so keep that in mind. It's a nice little riding arena. If you guys want to come around here, place it down on your map. Maybe you want to do some horses or something like that. I think this might be a pretty cool place to set up. Your next to last new one for all platforms day is pretty darn cool. This is the American Sawmill. It's from Chris S. and Riley S. They're the ones that brought you the Lizard Colossus Harvester Pack and also the Cookie Factory. There are 2 of these. One is for the Platinum Edition and the other is for just a regular sawmill. So you can see American Sawmill, Platinum, and then American Sawmill. Now, we've also got fast options for things. So just taking a look around, of course, you can see under here where it will plop down all of your goodies, and then we have a place where the logs are input. There is no way to get in there, so just a heads up there. Not going to be going inside, but the outside works just fine. And then you've got a place right over here for wood chips. I'm guessing this is where they're all going to appear because I don't see any other place for them. And exactly the same for the other Platinum. Now, here's what we've got. We have planks, and then we have planks fast. Everything costs the same, but it's an easy way to do a little bit of cheaty, if you guys want to think about it like that. So, cycles per month, $24 per month, and then 500 liters there. Now, that's logs. That turns into 600 liters of planks and 150 liters of wood chips. Now, if we want to go fast, it goes from 24 to 360. Not quite times 10, but it's pretty fast. Also, we've got the same thing for the Platinum Edition. You will have to have the Platinum DLC for these to work, but we have planks long, wooden beams, and even prefab walls in here as well. So the nice thing, if you have the Platinum, just go with the top one, and if you don't have the Platinum, you can go with the bottom one. Works either way. It's perfect. So you could do the planks fast on here if you want to as well. That is multiplied by 10. 24 to 360. There you go. Wooden beams, 24 to 480. And then prefab wall, 24 to 960. Oof. Big oof, my man. That's a lot. Goodness gracious. So these are kind of nice sawmills or cheaty sawmills. And I would love to see what happens when I use upgradable factories for PC on that. Oh, that's going to be fun. And your last new one today for all platforms is the concrete curbs. So we have like curbs that you would see on the side of the road, but they are concreted. And they're also placeable as well, which makes things really, really nice. We want to jump in here and say, maybe put a concrete bit around this little island in the middle. I think it would look good with that, so let's do it. Let's jump into decorations. We will go into our fences, and it is right here. Now, I got to remember which way is which. Let's see. Okay, so it's got to go this way if I want it to even look remotely right. So then we just kind of do this. And then we have this little concrete yeah, curb. What do you think? I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. Definitely will help you guys situate stuff. Maybe you've got an area that's got some dirt in it. Well, you know, that's all right. But if you throw a curb around it, maybe a little bit easier. And because it works like a fence, you can snap them together. A little bit better. Not bad. All right, making our way into mod updates for all platforms today. The first one is Willamina 22 map version 2.2. A new game save is required for this. So heads up there, they've added 2 new field types, iron ore and crude oil. Added new field types to sell points themselves. Added container sellable at the sawmill and log sell. New sawmill and dryer must dry the lumber to sell it. The BGA capacity has been raised, and they take crude oil and other various fixes. Next is the Farmall M, MD, and MV series version 1.1. Raise the description version, improve textures, fix the back trailer attacher, and change the center mass on the M and the MD. Next we have the Baarck Combi Cracker 6 from Vertex Design. This is still version 1 of the mod, however, it is now available on consoles. So let's take a look at it since it's brand new. The Baarck Combi Cracker 6. Requires 350 horsepower, which is a lot for something that's only 4.5 meters wide, 7 miles per hour, and it is a subsoiler. They say it can be used instead of a plow. Wheel weights on the tractor are recommended for use. Yeah, you're probably going to want that. It weighs 5.2 tons. Yeah. No customization though, unfortunately. Here's a fun one. The large universal shovel from Mack Trucker 921 version 1.1 added unrealistic capacities as an additional configuration. So we will have the 12,500 liter config and the 25,000 liter config. And here you go, the large universal shovel. As far as our big stuff goes, we have the unrealistic capacity, which goes from 3,500 to 12,500 and then 25,000. Very cool there. We have front loader. We also have the Manitou telehandler. We have regular telehandler, skid steer, wheel loader. Did this just become the most OP bucket in the game? We've got a bunch of different colors here as well that we could choose from. I'm guessing those are going to be the extra teeth on the front. Yeah, man, this bucket just became super OP. The next to last update we have today is the Winter Cow Barn version 1.1. New store image, fixed the main wall, fixed lights, and added straw bale trigger. And your last mod update for all platforms today is the Farmer's Market version 1001. Lower price to buy, and you can now change the name of the sell point, and is now able to sell containers. Making our way over to new mods for PC and Mac players, we have something cool. The white FieldBoss from Julian F. Modding. I'm not quite sure why this has only been released on PCs. I know they were trying to get it on consoles as well. He did say that he would work on a Lizard version if it didn't work, so I would expect to see a Lizard version sometime later on down the line. Anyway, let's take a look at specs. 125 horsepower. We have a white hydraulic shift, partial power shift. I have no idea what that is, but that's your transmission. 140 liters of fuel and 22 miles per hour max speed. As far as the engine setup, so we've got a 125, 150, 170, and back into a 125 again. As far as wheel brands go, we have Continental, we have Michelin two-wheel drive, Radstein two-wheel drive, Trelleborg two-wheel drive, BKT two-wheel drive, Continental. So Michelin looks like the only setup that we've got. Also, we do have a plowing setup here as well, so you can run 2 wheels on one side and 3 on the other. This is not an oopsie. This is the way it's meant to be. So there you go. I do like that. I think for today, let's just stick it on some Michelins with, yeah, that's appropriate. Cabin configurations, you got GPS terminal or not. Exterior configurations, we have a couple different setups for mirrors and exhaust pipes, like that one. And then we have the exterior attachment. So the quickie console, we've also got some weights on the front as well. Pretty cool tractor. Let's get ourselves one, load it up, and turn it on. Your second new mod for PC and Mac players today is this. I don't know how to say it, but I know that it is a slurry and digestate spreader. It'll hold 20,000 liters overall, 8.7 tons empty, 160 horsepower is required. You got a PTO on there as well, 16.2 meter working width, and 9 miles per hour. Not too bad there at all. And then we've got every single color. So if you guys want to change this up, you actually can make it look really, really good, and depending on colors. No wheel options. It's just gonna kind of trailer boards. What you see is what you get. Twin radials, base game gray. Yep, base game gray it is. Let's move on. Your next to last new mod for PC and Mac players today is the Automatic-Indicator-Sto. This, stops the turn signal of a vehicle automatically after a curve. To my knowledge, this is like the second mod on ModHub that does exactly the same thing. I swear we've already got one of these. Okay, so I'm curious with this. I do not have the new turn signal mod installed, but yeah, there's something I've got installed already on ModHub. I just don't know what it is. And your last new mod for PC and Mac players today is more power. What they say, do you like maps with hills or mountains? Think your other vehicles don't have enough power? Well, this script can help you in this situation. It will increase or double the power of your motorized vehicles, so it is possible to reach the top of the steepest mountains. So the tough part about this script is you can't actually see that there's no like double power. Now, one of the great things, at least for me, is I could have this installed all the time, have double power, and not worry about it. So here's something that requires 150 horsepower. So if it doubles it, as it says that it does, we should have 300 horsepower. So something that requires around that much should be able to be powered. So I'm going to run my test here on these pieces of equipment. I got a couple seaters. Basically, this small one requires 150 horsepower, which is how much we have. So this should work just fine. And then the Big Kinsey requires, I guess, like 350. And then the Amazon requires 300 exactly. So if we can power this, which we should be able to without any problems, let's go ahead and actually we'll fill that up with, solid fertilizer it is, I guess. Let's go ahead and fill this up with seeds, and we'll turn it on. So no issues whatsoever. Now let's hook up to something that requires 300 horsepower, which is, well, again, how much we've got. And we will have to unfold this as well. And it runs it just fine. Now the Big Kinsey right here, it requires probably a little bit more than we actually have right now. Yeah, it requires 350. So, shouldn't work, but it does. Not exactly sure how to test power. I know usually with smaller equipment, it takes a lot, to say the very least. But yeah, I don't really know how to test this, but it seems like it works. I don't feel like I'm taking off any faster than usual, but also it says I got 150 horsepower, and it just powered a 350 horsepower required seeder, so I guess it does work. And lastly today, making our way into mod updates for PC and Mac players. First is the Agromet Famarol Z105-1 version 1.0.1. Added drum configuration and minor fixes and improvements. And your last mod today, an update to one of the coolest mods ever, Color Configurator version 1.1. Fixed a UI issue on displays with aspect ratios other than 16:9. Fixed an issue with the crawler configuration. Fixed an error warning trying to revert to input context, which is not defined, which occurred when the save configuration button was pressed while the color input text box was active. Catch that twice. Added the option to copy and paste color values using Control-C and Control-V. Added the option to change color values between Giants and RGB. And added support for custom configuration design materials 4 through 49. Oh yeah, and minor UI fixes overall. Well guys, that is it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a like on it if you did. Get subscribed to the channel if you're new and join the DjGoHam fam. And we'll check the channel. We've already dropped Farm Sim news for today. We talked about Bucks County. Possibly or definitely coming back. TNT modding is back. Plus we talked about the John Deere compact tractor from Tactical Farmer. And we talked about the John Deere mower from Solutions Modding. A lot of green going on in Farm Sim news today. Nonetheless, I hope you have a great day. We'll see you later. Peace.